KHOU 11 News This Morning starts now.
All right.
I could hear the Boston fans yelling from Boston last night, I'm pretty sure.
I'm just going to shake it off.
Man.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for waking up bright and early with us. It's a Wednesday morning. I'm Russ Lewis.
I'm Lisa Hernandez. It is October 17th this morning, talking about weather first up here, because people in Central Texas are reeling from powerful flooding, strong enough to take out a concrete bridge, heavy rains, drowning parts of Central Texas with devastation stretching across 18 counties. You can see on the radar the rain just hanging over Central Texas this morning. Before we get into that, let's take a look at Houston. Dry this morning. Meteorologist Cheetah Craft is tracking a cold, dreary day today. Cheetah?
I know, very similar to yesterday. We'll actually tack on a couple degrees this afternoon here locally. So your forecast here in Houston, we keep it under cloudy skies, 50s this morning. This afternoon, temperatures building about 5 to 6 degrees compared to yesterday. Yesterday we hit a high of 61. Today I'm forecasting a high in the mid to upper 60s. So throughout the day today, again, very similar to yesterday here. Let's get back to Central Texas, because yesterday was a very serious, almost dire situation here across the area. This morning, right over Lakeway, if you're familiar with the area of Lakeway, that's just west of Austin, about 25-30 minutes. There is a flash flood warning that's set to expire at 5 a.m. I am expecting it to expire at 5 a.m. If you've noticed, they are seeing big improvements here of what we've seen overnight. But guys, we still have several flash flood watches in effect, so the situation is still very active. I'll send it back to you.
All right, Cheetah, thank you. And that water is impacting a lot of other people, too, across the state. Really anybody who has a connection to the Llano River.
The governor of Texas has declared a state of disaster after floods ravaged 18 counties. CBS News reporter Laura Podesta shows us images of the widespread damage that's killed at least one person.
Historic. That's what officials are calling flood levels in central Texas. The Llano River in Junction has swollen above 30 feet, causing road closures and evacuations. Officials shut down this bridge over the Colorado River after one person died, leaving residents in Llano County in shock.
I've never seen this time. 96 and 97 were both pretty good flood, but I believe this is a lot more.
Farther east, near Austin, a school bus driver was arrested after he drove around a barricade and over a low water crossing. A 12-year-old student on board needed to be rescued from swift waters. 4 floodgates are trying to relieve pressure by pushing water out of Lake Travis and into Lake Austin. Crowds flock to see the sheer power of the operation.
It's a pretty big deal. I mean, it's interesting to watch. It's a neat system that we have set up to keep this, the Central Texas, Austin from flooding. And it's also very powerful and amazing to watch.
The rain is also causing issues in other parts of Texas. The Fort Worth Fire Department says it responded to more than 80 traffic accidents yesterday because of the weather conditions. Laura Podesta, CBS News.
And we'll have a deeper look at what Central Texas is facing coming up in just a few minutes.
First, though, let's get over to Doug Deloney. He is back with us this morning and has a look at our local roads. Doug, welcome back.
Hey, good morning, guys. Yes, our roads are looking really nice this morning. We have a couple of stalled vehicles out there. This is the East Freeway heading outbound at the Beltway, not impacting the main lanes. Watch out for the car there. It doesn't even have its hazards or flasher lights on. You can see heading inbound I-10 East Freeway, Grand Parkway to downtown, 29 minutes. 225 also moving nicely if you're coming in from the east side, Southwest Freeway. Sugarland, good morning to you. Highway 36 to downtown, 27 minutes for that commute, moving at an average speed of 67 miles per hour. So the good news is this morning, most of your roads nice and dry, no issues to report. Russ?
Okay, thank you, Doug. New this morning, the man accused of stealing a Houston police car is in jail without bond. Police arrested Alex Jenkins on Monday morning for the car theft we talked about there, also attempting to carjack a KPRC news crew, then stealing an HPD cruiser with a suspect inside. Jenkins is charged with aggravated robbery with a deadly weapon, 2 counts of assault on a peace officer, and unauthorized use of a vehicle. This morning, 2 students at Jessup Elementary School are threatening to sue. Those students say that a substitute teacher touched them inappropriately. Pasadena ISD says the teacher is no longer working there, and it is investigating all this. An attorney for the students will talk to reporters coming up this morning at 10:30. President Trump is threatening to cut off all aid to the Central American countries, allowing a migrant caravan to head here to the U.S. The president tweeted the threat last night, noting that Honduras, Guatemala, and El Salvador, after he was told about that migrant group of about 160 people. He said if countries allow citizens or others to journey through their borders to the U.S. with the intention of entering here illegally, then all payments to them will stop. In another tweet, the president said anybody entering the U.S. illegally will be arrested and then sent back to their native country.
It is 4:35, a battle between
As we welcome the two candidates running for the United States Senate in Texas.
A battle between Republican Senator Ted Cruz and the man who wants his job, Democratic Congressman Beto O'Rourke. The two candidates went at it in San Antonio for their second debate last night. This morning, we want to know from you, who do you think won? Go to KHOU.com and look for the Vote Now tab in the menu, or pick up your phone and vote with our app. While you vote, our Jason Miles has a recap from last night.
The second debate, like others, started with a handshake, but the gloves came off once or twice.
He's dishonest. It's why the president called him Lying Ted, and it's why the nickname stuck, because it's true.
It's clear Congressman O'Rourke's pollsters have told him to come out on the attack.
President Trump came up again when discussing tariffs and their impact on Texas.
Congressman O'Rourke is the only Democratic Senate nominee in the country who has explicitly come out for impeaching President Trump.
If you have this special relationship with President Trump, then where is the result of that?
The two tackled topics from voter security and climate change to the Me Too movement, border security, and universal health care. O'Rourke admitted to voting against a bill that would have given Hurricane Harvey victims a tax break.
The tax relief was not as great as we have seen for those who have been through other natural disasters. I thought we could get a better deal.
He gave an answer now. He said that it didn't provide enough tax relief. That's not what he said at the time he voted no.
Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh's confirmation came up as well, as did its potential impact on abortion rights.
I believe that every human life is a gift from God, is a precious gift from God, and it should be protected.
I will only vote to confirm a Supreme Court justice who believes in a woman's right to make her own decisions about her own body.
The candidates bickered for a bit over rebuttal rules.
Yeah, 60 seconds response.
You have both agreed to this.
But we agreed we could have a 60 seconds.
Voters will get the final word in exactly 3 weeks.
That was Jason Miles reporting. A lot of people took to our social media page to let us know who they think won last night. Let us know what you think. You can vote right now at KHOU.com/vote-now or with our mobile app.
All right, this is a big night for Houston sports, right? The Rockets returning to Toyota Center for the first game of the regular season. They will tip against the New Orleans Pelicans tonight at 7 o'clock.
All right, about a half hour after that tip-off over at Minute Maid, the Astros will try to get their groove back.
Yeah, tough loss last night at home.
Definitely. The Astros gave another ALCS game to the Red Sox last night. The two teams were evenly matched going into the sixth, tied 2 apiece. Then in the eighth, the Red Sox with an RBI double and a grand slam. Final score 8-2 Red Sox. The two are at Minute Maid again tonight. That first pitch at 7:39.
And then there's this. The Astros are accused of cheating. The Associated Press reporting that the Cleveland Indians have filed a complaint with the league about a man trying to record their dugout during Game 3 of the ALDS. A similar allegation cropped up during Game 1 of the ALCS when Fenway Park security in Boston removed a man. But sources say that man claimed to be watching the Red Sox to make sure they weren't cheating. It's kind of a mess, right? Major League Baseball released a statement saying, hold on. We're going to handle this accusation internally. We'll see what's going on and we'll get back to you.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I don't know. We'll bring you the details as we learn more.
Can't we all see into the dugout and see what's going on anyway?
Right?
I mean, it's right there.
The dugout cam.
Yeah.
So we can get the Alex Bregman. That's how we get the Alex Bregman stare.
Right.
Okay, good things come from the dugout. Cheetah, let's talk seriously here about the weather, and folks in Central Texas have a big problem this morning.
Oh, big time. And all this rain, I wanted to show you really a broad view here. This rain not only from Central Texas, but extends all the way across portions of the southeast. So we've seen some really strong storms from yesterday afternoon and evening. Now they have started to settle down overnight. Now early this morning, we are still waking up to rain in Central Texas. In fact, if I went back about 36 hours ago, for about 36 hours, we haven't seen much of a break in the rain until now across portions where we have these flash flood watches in effect. And that is where I'm taking you now, where the only flash flood warning that's still in effect is pretty much right over Lakeway. Again, just northwest of the Austin area, about 25-30 minutes. But here's Llano. So the river that had evacuations underway yesterday, still seeing a few light showers. Now overall, I am expecting conditions to improve throughout throughout the day today, so it's going to be more about cleanup recovery and continuing to watch the flood stages for a couple different rivers here that are going to be major impacts across the area. So again, yesterday we were dealing with a very dire situation. We are starting to see some of that rain at least weaken this morning. We're talking light showers this morning across the area here locally. We are under cloudy skies. So today's day will be cold. It will be dreary. It's going to be damp, about a 20% chance for a stray shower, but that should be it. Yet again, we're waking up to some fog. So dense fog in some areas down to 3 miles from Huntsville, Conroe, College Station. Otherwise, visibility south of I-10 okay. Live look over downtown, very similar to yesterday. You can't see downtown this morning due to the fog, due to the clouds. So leave a little extra time this morning. You know the roadways are going to be slick. Temperatures widespread in the 50s. So we did push repeat. You'll need those jackets and big coats again. If you want to grab the umbrella just to be on the safe side, notice throughout the day today, temperatures build to the mid 60s and about a 20, max 30% chance for a stray shower here. Low 70s return tomorrow, Doug. But you came back just in time for the big cool down.
Yes.
And that's going to stick around over
There was a pleasant surprise stepping off the plane last night. Take a look. Green freeways around town, mostly dry for you this morning. No issues to report in any of your inbound main lanes. So look, I-45 north, 75 miles per hour. Hardy Toll Road moving nicely. East Tex Freeway moving nicely. So if you're coming in from Kingwood, Humble, good morning to you guys. You can see right here at 105, this is up in the Conroe area. Live look from TransStar. Cheetah was talking about a little bit of that fog, the visibility on the, especially north of I-10. And you can see, look at that fog, a little bit of haze. Doesn't look like it's slowing you down too much. The visibility right there doesn't look like it's impacted too bad. You can see on the south side, the Gulf Freeway, League City Parkway to downtown, also moving nicely. So you're not going to have any issues getting to either of the big airports this morning. And 288 as you come in from Pearland's moving nice as well. Guys?
All right, Doug, thank you.
It's 4:42 now. Did you stay up to watch the drawing last night? Are you feeling lucky? Will you win? Coming up next, we have the Mega Millions numbers and the odds of now becoming a billionaire.
And is it true a second In-N-Out location is coming to Houston? Where it may be popping up, we'll tell you after the break.